All right, guys, as promised, okay, it's pretty late. All right, it's pretty late where I am right now. But yeah, I watched it. I watched the Cedi Osman interview.
I want some rest. Are we having fun yet?
All right, so there's a couple points of interest in this interview that I think is important that we could go over, but there's one in particular that I wanted to digest with you guys, and I think it's quite eye-opening when it pertains to how things panned out this season, how the Spurs viewed this season, and how Popovich viewed this season overall. So it's a good way to give you a little bit of hopium. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of hopium. So before we get into this, I don't bring this up enough, and people have called me out on not bringing this up enough. So let me go ahead and type this in. Okay, clanthemerchfan.com. If you guys are interested at all when it pertains to merch, please head on over to clanthemerchfan.com. Link in the description. I will have more designs coming. I have not thought it out yet as far as what else, I'm gonna put out there. But if you guys are interested, at the very least, just go check out the page and maybe just save it, screenshot it for later. But yeah, just head on over to clanthemerchfan.com, and I got quite a bit of merch. And this is my favorite. By far, this is my favorite, okay? I even made myself a shirt of this one. Now, once you order, keep in mind that it's first come, first serve, so it does take a minute because I have to get the material, then I make it where I am, and then package it, send it out, all that good stuff. So it does take some time, but if you're willing to be patient with me, that will mean the world to me. But yeah, so a lot of stuff there. Just go check it out. Link in the description. All right, okay, all right, so like I said in another video, this is all in Turkish. So we have the English subtitles here. So if you guys do not mind reading, we're good to go, okay? We're good to go. I like this segment of it though.
Yıllarda özellikle Cleveland'ın genç takımıyla yeniden bir playoff takımı olan bir ekibin içinde yer aldın. O kaybetme psikolojisi zorluyor mu takımı? Yani Popovich oraları...
He's just saying, what does the losing do to your team, your mindset, the team overall this season?
Nasıl idare etmeye çalıştı?
Ya şimdi ben biraz tabii alışıktım. Dediğiniz gibi o Cleveland döneminden dolayı, yani ilk sene NBA finaline gidip ikinci sene en dipteydik. Yani
Rebuilding'e başladınız.
Evet, yani o yüzden şeydim, açık biraz biliyordum yani durumu, anlamıştım. Biraz tabii kötü etkiliyor yani, sonuçta sürekli kaybediyorsun. Bir dönem vardı, bayağı kaybetmiştik. 14 maç mı, 15 maç mı? Öyle bir dönem vardı yani.
Woo, we always struggling when the Spurs lost like 50 million games in a row. That was tough. But this is what he has to say.
27 maçta bir galibiyetiniz var. 14 bir 10 mağlubiyet üstü.
Öyle yani çok uzun bir mağlubiyet serimiz vardı yani. O yüzden tabii orada biraz moraller bozuluyor. Bir de çok, yani ligin en genç takımı olduğumuz için şimdi bazen oyuncuları toparlamak da çok zor. Çünkü onlar da kazanmak istiyor. Bu sefer bu biraz...
So he said it was quite difficult to get the young players together. And we saw quite a few things that, I mean, especially Devin Vassell, you could see his head, hanging low at times, but this is behind the scenes. And he already mentioned in that other quote that we went over in a previous video that he did have to be the veteran of the team, and they did listen to him. Wemby specifically did listen to him.
Maçlara da yansıyor. Bu sefer biraz bazen bireyselliğe dönüyor iş o durumda yani. Ama halbuki
now I'm wondering if that's lost in translation. So he said you saw it in games and sometimes this individuality. Is he saying that certain players made mistakes, specific players made mistakes? I don't know if that's what he means, but one thing that I do recall and I remember is there will be games in which it's so close and a player will make a mistake, right? Like that infamous game in which Wemby probably didn't have to, dumped it. I think it was against the net. Was it against the Nets or the Cleveland Cavaliers? It actually might have been against the Cavaliers, I think. Don't quote me on that. But Wemby passed it off to Sohan, who was cutting, and a lot of people say, why didn't Sohan just shoot a layup? But then Sohan made the pass to the corner to Keldon, but Keldon didn't move. He didn't move with the offense to get to the corner, so it ended up being a turnover, which it should have been a wide open three-point shot. But yeah.
Biz sonrasında bunu tabii biraz geç anladık ama anladığımızda biz sonrasında bunu tabii biraz geç anladık ama anladığımızda, takım olarak oynamaya başladığımızda ikinci yarıda özellikle çok güzel galibiyetler aldık. O yüzden bizim için yani ilk yarı çok güzel değildi bizim için ama ikinci yarı çok güzel, istediğimiz gibi bir sezondu. Yani aslında onu en son toplantıda da konuştuk yani. Popovic dedi ki yani aslında sezon bugün başlasaydı eğer bu durumda olmayacaktık. Yani bambaşka bir durumda olurduk ve gerçekten öyle olurdu.
Yani
Çünkü
esas kimliğinizi fark ettiniz
evet,
sonra.
aynen öyle. Esas kimliğimizi fark ettik ama tabii biraz şeydi, geçti ama zaten rebuilding amacı da o zaten yani.
Yani Trey Jones'un bir
So that's some really good stuff there. So basically, you know, you read it, right? You guys can read. Okay, you can read. But basically all he said that, yeah, we found our identity. When the season was coming to an end, near the end, everyone was finally playing together. Everyone was playing well. And we saw that. There was some really nice games. And I would chalk it up to you're going against like weaker talent because guys are going to sit out and teams don't really care anymore. They're already in the playoffs. But that was not the case for the Spurs late in that season because as you guys remember, I mean, we even changed the trajectory of teams that needed that win, right? I think it was the Denver Nuggets specifically. Like they needed a win and we took care of business. So, you know, it wasn't like super easy wins like it was prior, like the season before, near the end of that season. This one felt a little bit different. Teams obviously were really close in the race, and we had a really difficult schedule basically the whole time, it felt like. But we played better. It wasn't a matter of, oh, it's just teams playing to our... No, the Spurs played better, and we saw all those different analytics showing that we were getting better and better as the season went on. So I just really like that. I like the fact that we are finding an identity, and this even adds more to my idea of what the Spurs should do. Now that I kind of see what they do well, I don't see any reason to not lean on that defensive angle right now. Get as many easy points as you possibly can. Wemby's getting 10, 12 blocks in a game. You shouldn't lose, right? If he's capable of doing that, you shouldn't be losing as many games as you can, but you can get some players that's fast in transition. You can get some players that's also great defensively. So when, you know, guys do panic in the paint and they pass it out, it's a automatic steal, and that's somebody like Ron Holland. And I even like, you know, you guys know how I feel about Matas Buzelis. I like Matas Buzelis a lot as far as a help defender. Like you can really build around this concept of Wembanyama's presence defensively and grow out from that. Don't get me wrong, okay? Do not get me wrong. I get it. I get it. You need shooters, and so many people are going to say that. You need shooters on the team. You got to get shooters, Clan, no matter what. And I understand it, but you got to keep in mind in the history of the Spurs, and if you recall, like the main thing that we were searching for so long that was hard to find was that defensive wing, and we finally got it with Kawhi. But we went through some experiments, right? We brought Steven Jackson back. That wasn't good enough. He could shoot. Richard Jefferson, that wasn't good enough. He ended up being a pretty decent shooter for us. So, like, yeah, it's important. It's important to have shooters, but I feel like shooters, you can find those quicker than you can find a lockdown defender. That is a really difficult find to get in the NBA. So I think that the Spurs should go after that. And as far as shooters and scorers, yes, we need that. And obviously you're going to add that. But right now, when you're looking at this draft and you have the capability of getting that, why not just do it? You know, those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on that. But here, we'll listen to a little bit more, but that was kind of the main segment that I cared about.
bir Wembanyama'nın 5, işte Jeremy Sohan'ın 4 oynadığı dönemde hakikaten ya tamam iyi takımlardan biri ama o çok daha farklı bir takım olduğunuz kesin yani o dönemden sonra.
Evet, yani şimdi şöyle baktığınız zaman biz kendi evimizde yani çok iyi takım...
You know, people bring up Jeremy Sohan going to the 4 a lot, but man, he was at the 4 a long time. I think a lot of people bring that up. Like, oh, once he wasn't point guard anymore. I don't know if that's what he was trying to say, but once he wasn't point guard anymore, the Spurs look so much better. He was not point guard for a long period this season. We were still losing. Like, even when Trey Jones came into the starting lineup, we were still losing. So, I don't know.
takımları yendik. Phoenix'i yendik, OKC'yi yendik, Denver'ı yendik.
Denver'ı yendiniz.
Kirksey.
Bu
Şampiyonu
arada
da
bir
bilemediniz.
dakika. Denver'ı özellikle o son cuma, sondan bir gün önce, yani 81. maçta o Denver'ı yarım yamalak kadroyla yenip bütün ligi alt üst ettiniz Batı'da.
Gerçekten öyle.
Yani birinci olup belki NBA finaline gideceklerdi. Hani Minnesota'ya takılmadan gideceklerdi. Sizin yüzünüzden 3'e düşüp bir anda
Yani
kırıştılar.
Are they really gonna hit me with a copper? Ah, okay. That's all I had to really say, anyways. But yeah, if you guys are interested, this is the channel Socrates. Why am I saying this wrong? I know I'm saying it wrong. Dirge. I don't know. This is the channel. Pretty big channel, by the way. 543K subscribers. Good God. So if you guys are interested there and you want to take a look for yourself, head on over to their channel. But really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. And you know, Cedi, I do like him, you know, as a player and everything. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think the Spurs are going to sign him back, but I guess it's just a matter of what you know, what pans out and who's available and all that good stuff. But anyways, I will get with you guys later, man. Until next time, bye.